Hey guys, so I figured I'd do a video on this. This is a 1992 Corvette ECM, and I've been having problems with my car. So I took I sent this guy in somewhere to get it fixed, but they couldn't fix it. It was kind of a waste of time because really what they do is they just resolder a few solder joints that look bad, and that's really all they do. They don't really do anything. They don't really troubleshoot to component level, or they don't really spend a lot of time on these. Well, I sent it in. The guy told me that he didn't feel safe fixing it because there was a few parts missing, or like the top cover here that I removed, and I guess there's like a heat sink that goes on there. Well, he sent it back to me. They refunded me back, but you know what? I don't even think they tried to fix it. I don't even think they opened it up. But here, let me show you guys what I did to fix this one and save you guys, like $500 on buying another one, or $200 on sending it in to get a repair. You get this repair yourself for a few bucks. But I mean, I only recommend this if basically, I don't know, if you plan on buying one anyways. I recommend doing this step as a last resort, I guess, because you can damage the board, you can warp it if it's not done correctly, or who knows, maybe it can damage it even more. But basically, I was getting what's it called, the H41 and C41 on module 1 codes, and I was getting for module 4 I was getting error, so I wasn't even communicating with the what's it called, the other computer, the CCM or something. Well, anyways, this is what I did. So this is covered in conformal coat. So what you want to do is you want to remove the memcal. You want to dip this guy in a plastic container here, like this. So I'm pouring in the acetone to remove all the conformal coat from the board. Just pour the whole thing in there. I got one of these plastic containers. You can buy all this at Walmart, like I said. Pour the whole thing in there. I bought this at Walmart, this guy, for like $7 or something. So we're gonna let it sit for about an hour or two, and then we're gonna use our brushes to remove the conformal coat. So after we clean the board with acetone, we're gonna do a reflow following a profile that I found online. So first thing we do is we remove the memcal. Then we get our aluminum foil. And what you want to do is cover the bottom of the board. So you want to cover this part right here. So just cut this. So bend it like this. And then just close these guys. So you got aluminum foil down. Put aluminum foil here a little bit. So next thing you want to do is you want to put your flux
on all the ICs that you see here. So just cover this with flux. All of these big ICs, put flux around there. Put flux around all the big ICs like I'm doing here. So basically we're gonna follow a profile online, a reflow profile for solder that I found. And basically we're gonna slowly rise up the temperature to 150 degrees C. And once we get there, we're gonna leave it there for 2 minutes. And we got a timer for that. And then after that, we're gonna slowly rise it up after 2 minutes to 220, I believe, 220 degrees for 75 seconds. All right, so that's good. So now we're gonna use our infrared thermometer here to measure the temperature. All right, let's start this process. So we're measuring our temperature here, and basically we have the, let me see, my heat gun that I got from Harbor Freight, and basically we're just gonna go around. So try to get all those ICs and keep an eye on the temperature. Is it getting too hot? So 150. For 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, start our timer for 2 minutes. So this thing is reading, it's getting hot too fast. Check the timer. So we're almost a minute in, a little over a minute in. So we're 20 seconds left here, and we're gonna rise up the temperature to 220, and we're gonna do that by just getting the heat gun closer to the board. So we're gonna slowly remove the heat from the board. So I'm gonna slowly move it away from the board, and then we're just gonna let it cool down, and then we'll test it.
So basically, I follow that profile. So I ramped it up. You know, you don't want to introduce thermal shock into the board, so you have to slowly get it up to the temperature of 150 degrees. So so once you slowly rise it up to 150, keeping it kind of far away, the heat gun, basically, and aiming at those ICs, those big chips, like that, going around like that. That's what I was doing, and avoid the connector here. You don't want to melt it. And basically, once you hit 150 degrees, try to keep that temperature for 120 seconds, so 2 minutes. So I use my timer on my phone, you know, just to time it for 2 minutes, going like this, keeping it at 150 degrees C. And then I slowly ramped up again from in 1 to 3 seconds, ramp up to 217 degrees. And you're gonna do that for about 75 seconds. I did it for 60 seconds. And you just get closer to the board, so you can rise up that temperature to 217. And after that 1 minute, you want to slowly reduce that temperature, but still keep the heat gun on there. Slowly rise up the heat gun so the temperature lowers. And then just let it cool. And that's basically what I did to fix it. After I did that, I did the reflow using this reflow profile. I plugged it in, and now the damn car works perfectly fine. The error codes that I was getting, they're gone. I wasn't reading anything on my dashboard. The temperatures, that weren't reading. I wasn't getting anything back. Now I am. What's it called? I checked the codes and they're gone. Everything's working. You tested it. Go to Walmart, buy some of these 91% alcohol, and just dip it in there. Dip the whole thing in there. About 2 bottles to clean the board. You want to clean it, remove all the flux, and I would recommend buying some conformal coat spray. Where I work, we have some, so I'm just gonna do it at work. But I recommend buying some. I'll post it on the link below, the one I'm gonna use. But just let this sit for probably like an hour or so, and then start with the same brushes or different brushes. Clean those brushes off, and clean off the areas where there's flux. And let it dry. Heat it up with the heat gun to dry it up. Not too hot, and that's it. And then put your conformal coat to protect it from humidity and stuff, and you're good to go. Conformal coated at work. I figured I'd show you guys real quick. So